Hello there, I'm here today with my 2012 Husqvarna riding lawn tractor. Model number LGT24k54. Has the Kawasaki engine with the 54-inch mowing deck. Today's subject is how to install your dry belt and replacing the 3 plastic pulleys that are up underneath the deck that drive belt runs through. I will say in short, without ranting into a new orbit, that the diagram that comes in your factory service manual sucks. Basically, after trying to figure out how the belt ran, because mine came off the pulleys, and when I routed it the first time, I routed it on the wrong side of the steering shaft, which basically made me pull my hair out until I realized I had routed it wrong, because I was routing it based on the diagram that I was looking at from the factory service manual. So I have made something a little less complicated and very simple to do. And if they had done this with the factory service manual and showed an illustration as such, it would make installing your belt about a 15-minute job instead of forever. So basically, my picture, there's your rear pulley. The belt loops around, comes up to the left side. You have one pulley that's a standalone that's on the left side. As you can see here, I marked it. The belt runs literally straight up to the front crankshaft pulley. It loops around, comes back. Okay, now once you get there to this point, here's your steering shaft here, as I marked it. The belt goes to the left side of your shaft and or towards the left tire. Okay, so basically it goes through your first pulley, which is closest to your steering shaft. This pulley is a flat style pulley. Flat side of the belt hits it. Basically it loops around, goes to the right. Then you have a secondary pulley. This is a V-style pulley. The belt goes to the right of that. And actually both of these pulleys have little metal guards, so it's real easy to understand how the belt routes at this point. And then basically it comes back to the rear. Piece of cake. Let me slide this up here into some light. Now you look at that crap that they put in the service manual, and they have all the little pulleys and everything marked. The problem is, when you look at the pulley system, it doesn't show me where the hell the belt goes. I can't determine, does it go to the left side or the right side of the steering shaft. Well, I did it to the right side, and guess what? The mower wouldn't move because the belt wasn't routed correctly, and that's going based on this crappy diagram. Now let's walk around to the right side of the mower. I'll show you 2 items that you have to disconnect before you remove your old belt, or you go to install a new belt because your old belt broke. No problem, you still have to do this. Here is your PTO lock switch. Basically it's like an L-shaped bracket, and it locks in a hole in the top of your PTO to keep it in place. You have to disconnect your PTO harness because the belt, where it goes into the pulley, the harness is in the way, so you have to unhook it so you can loop the harness through the old or new belt, vice versa. You understand what I'm saying. So just unhook that. Basically may have a couple clips or zip ties holding it tight. Personally, I like to zip tie mine to keep it in place, because I actually had an issue where the factory hold down clip that was there came off and it rubbed on the harness. So let's walk around to the back of the mower here, and I'll try to give you a good view of the pulley system on the lawnmower. Okay, now I'm literally right at the back of the transmission. Okay, now to the left here, that's your first pulley on the left side that I was describing. As you can see here, I'm gonna slide up. Belt feeds straight up to the PTO, and when it comes back around, you see here, there's your steering shaft. The belt will be on the left side. Here's your flat style pulley. Here's your V-style pulley. Hopefully I'm getting some good pictures here so you can, shots rather, so you can see how it feeds through. These were all 14mm nuts as well. And so basically just keep in mind that your belt feeds through the left side to the left side of your steering shaft, okay? And I will say that the factory service manual recommends that you start your belt from the rear and move it to the front. I disagree with that. I will say set your parking brake. That aligns these two pulleys and puts a boatload of slack in the belt. I start my belt, do your loop through the front there up to the PTO, loop it around, and once you basically, you can slip it past the little rain guard that goes around your pulley in the front, and I use an upholstery tool or a screwdriver work fine, but it will slip by it and you don't have to disconnect any extra stuff. It saves time. And just feed the belt basically back through this little serpentine setup here, and basically I didn't actually hook the belt around this single pulley to the left in the back. I went ahead and looped the belt around the fan and the pulley in the rear, and those blades on the fan are really flexible, so I mean I wouldn't go pushing on them mega hard, but you can get the belt around it. And basically with the parking brake set, it gives you the slack you need to feed it around it. I just find trying to feed the belt from the back then to the front, even though you have slack, you don't have as much room to move around like you do with the rear end. So I recommend start your belt from the front and then feed to the back. It's easier. I'll step outside here and we'll wrap it up. Okay, I'm just going to show you. This was the pulley that seized. As you can see, the belt pretty much mutilated what was left of it, but basically what had happened is the bearing seized up in it, and then the belt just chewed the damn pulley up, which is what it did to this one here too. Isn't that pretty? Now, if we had some metal pulleys put on our expensive riding lawnmowers, we wouldn't have problems like this, now would we? So I just want to say, hopefully this has assisted you in understanding how the dry belt works on your Husqvarna. I'm not sure if the other Husqvarnas with the smaller decks run the pulleys in a similar setup or not, but I imagine they're close, so hopefully this has been beneficial. And I also would like to say that I purchased all of my parts from partstree.com. They have excellent diagrams for looking up all your parts on your newest mower to very old mowers, and they have some super fast shipping. I'm not getting paid to say this, I just want to say I think they do damn good business, and I highly recommend them for your lawn care parts, weed eaters, blowers, whatever. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.